No, nobody's getting in the robot. But what we might be doing is playing a character quest. Haha! I'm waiting for Genshin to finish doing whatever it's doing and load. But we're gonna play Arlecchino's character quest. Story quest, whatever. Are you ready? Are you ready? I hope Father saved us some stuff for the... Saved us some yummy food at the barbecue. Paimon's gonna be really upset if we missed it because she overslept. How's everybody doing? We have a good day today. I had a day. I was 2 hours late to work because I overslept. So that was a good day. That's a good start to the day. Anyway, I was slightly late to this because my internet's poopy. So we'll see how much we can get done. But the goal is to play her character quest today. As you can see, I have Arlecchino, the knave, the father of the House of the Hearth. And if you didn't, well, I did post about it. If you didn't see my tweet, I also got her weapon last night. My luck last night was fucking cracked. Not only did I get this her weapon, but I also got the Skyward Harp, I think, the bow and arrow, and then the bow, I should say. And then I went on to Honkai Star Rail and I said, "Fuck it, all in." And then I saw the screen turn blurry, like you know how it does when you get a 5-star, and I was like, "Fuck it, Doctor, you're huge, Doctor, you're huge," and I got and I got 2 copies of Aventurine's Light Cone last night. My luck is stupid. Anyway, so we're gonna play Arlecchino's character quest in honor of me having cracked this shit luck, and the fact that she's cool as hell, and also the new boss is locked behind her story quest. So I can't actually do her boss officially until I unlock that. Where is it? I forgot. There we go. Let's go. Let's go, home slice. Enable focus experience mode. To avoid conflicts with other quests occupying locations or characters. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's nice. Especially for people...
It's been a while since we visited Poisson.
Poisson.
Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Poisson. Sorry. This is... I fucking think it's hilarious. Anyway. She is nowhere near capable of being of any use in my world level, but like she is level 80. Her weapon is level 50. Her artifacts are not maxed. I got no constellations, but we're fine. Her talents I actually did more than I thought I was going to be able to do, because I didn't really farm. But what we are gonna do...
I'll treat your wounds.
For now, and then when it becomes fight time, I will have to switch her. It'll be fine. Father is strong. You know? Father, you know, Father's okay. Father will be fine. Yeah. Oh wait, my music isn't on again. Fucking Christ. Why can't I ever remember to turn that shit back on? Sorry, I turn it off every time I'm playing by myself so I can listen to my own playlist. Because I've spent so many hours on Genshin, it kind of becomes like a little annoying to listen to the same thing over and over again. But then I forget to turn it on when I know I'm going to be streaming. You can't win them all, right? But you definitely can, you know, fuck it, we ball. And get 2 5-star weapons and then 2 5-star light cones, right? All in, baby.
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, look, it's our boy Linny. What's up, Linny?
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Sure do.
Over here.
What are you doing down here, Linny? Linny, it's been too long. I would say it's been too long, but I put him in my party every so
To borrow
often.
One of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Me
You
either.
can say that again.
I
What
lie.
brings you to Poisson?
Like a liar.
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh.
Are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble.
Yeah, what
What's
happened?
going on?
Well,
Since the two of you are so curious,
Oh.
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death.
Arlecchino jump scare.
you're here.
I mean, I wasn't scared, but Paimon was.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right?
Paimon, why are you chickening out now?
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Also, please let me know if anything is too loud or too soft, please. I'm begging. I'm begging, please. Please tell me. Otherwise, I don't know, because to me it sounds fine. And yes, the music is still off, so you will not hear that until I adjust it. Sorry. I forgot again.
Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we are a little curious. We still have our reservations about your organization. I mean, that's fair.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
I would hope.
As for the
Oh,
issue
I
at
also
hand,
didn't even fucking notice Revision was
hardly
there.
relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
Yeah, you're making me
A rumor that
curious.
a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already. Some kind of ghost story, maybe?
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A
Paimon.
spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some
I want to know about this
visitors.
ghost child.
Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
I want to know. I want to
Of
know.
course, Father.
I want to know about this ghost child. Interesting. I'm so scared of her. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days. But why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already.
I can
I've
imagine.
been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy.
I mean,
If you're willing,
I
why
can
don't you
imagine.
stay a while and have a little chat with us.
sure, I'll meet the other kids.
All right. We don't have anything else to do okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food.
Oh my god, Paimon.
Of course.
One track
During our
mind.
stay in Poisson,
One
we've
track
been helping out
mind.
the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Soon as food is mentioned, forget it with Paimon. When the hearth flame goes out. Alright. Be a house guest. Why is the house in quotes? It's actually, some of the voices were a little soft, but let me also... Better, okay. Oh. They're staying all the way down there, huh? Cabbage. I don't need a cabbage. Oh, yes, I need that for cannon fodder. Feed my other artifacts. Oh, is that a little tea set? Cute.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks. So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people might
Oh.
start to get antsy.
I would imagine so.
Okay, we'll come with.
Yeah, sure.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Yeah. I said I wanted to meet the other kids. Hello, fellow kids. Alright, children. Father is coming. How's a tomato? Alright, are those some fellow kids? Yes, there are some fellow kids. Random
Winnie,
guy.
We're
Oh.
finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Yo, we're famous.
No way!
We're famous. We're famous, guys. We're famous.
Everyone, hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Oh God, we're oh no, we're getting flocked by ravenous fans. Oh no. Oh shit, I wasn't ready for
One
this.
at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
You are a fellow kid.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I
Yeah.
heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
Not
I heard
quite.
Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days.
Oh, that was probably accurate.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Okay, but it's accurate, unlike mine, which is a bit of a fucking stretch here.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both. Huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's
never been caught.
What is she teaching these children? Hello? What is she teaching the children? What? Potion or actual poison? What is she teaching these children? What the fuck? Oh my god. Listen, Paimon sincerely could probably do that though. She does love to eat, okay? You can't deny it.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
He's right, but...
Wait, when you said gift, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
Me either.
Those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
I mean, I'm pretty...
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
The dangerous suggestions keep on coming one after
All
another.
right,
You start, I
folks,
missed the rest of
Elwar.
it.
I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Hi, welcome. The children are scary. I actually don't want to meet the fellow kids anymore. Lenny, what the fuck? Lenny, I'm scared. You, Lene, and Fremine are the only three I can trust. The rest of them scare the shit out of me.
Really?
Absolutely. We definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
These kids,
Yeah.
these kids will
Especially
kill.
if it's poison or something.
These kids will kill.
Lots of potions for
Look at
us.
that. They will kill. They scare
Well,
me.
We'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
Like, they wouldn't kill me, but they would kill somebody. And the thought that is the kind of people we're going to be associating with is a little frightening. Just a little bit. Okay? They're definitely cute, but like, what the fuck? Seriously. They're ready to commit murder, and I'm not okay with that. Don't say, nah, it's good. It's not good. Bad. That's scary.
All right, see you later.
Oh, my battery died on my light. Whoops. It's okay. The camera can see me.
Bye.
See you later, fellow kids.
Lily, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of
Yeah.
talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
I figured, but like,
When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions.
I don't know. He's way taller
I
than
know
you.
You two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only have the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Linny, I completely understand. That does not erase the fear of the fact that, I mean, at least for the potions girl, that you live with them. Like, the kid with the strangulation, I mean, that's kind of fucked up, but like, I guess he's curious and nobody, you know, taught him how to not act on impulse. Questionable at best. For how much that can be trusted. I hope he grew out of it. Jesus. Also, sound check again, because nobody said anything. Sound good? Is it too loud? Can you hear me and it appropriately? Respond. Respond, you fool. Respond! Okay, thank you. Why do you... Kids are not inherently evil. They're taught to... Like humans in general aren't inherently evil. It's just... You know, sometimes they're just not taught right. And in terms of the Fatui's actions can be seen as evil, but they can also be seen as a form of survival. It's a moral gray area, and I would not call them 100% evil. Dotori is an evil piece of shit, though. That I can tell you. Also, the guy with the big nose, the rooster, is definitely fucking evil. Especially the kid. Like, the kids is questionable because they're kids. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I can't see the world as black and white anymore. My eyes have been fucking opened. And now all I do is think about the moral gray areas. Nothing to pick up, so keep going. There's more kids. There's more members of the House of the Hearth. That's an octopus on top of that. See it?
Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oh, also, let me read this. That one kid strangled all his pets. No one taught that guy. He's evil. Double barrel. Wow. So, you have to understand that, yeah, though that is an evil act, and, I mean, taking a life is not simple or innocent. There also is the fact that, this child very clearly was never told that that is something you don't do because it is bad, and that it basically is taking a life, and you never take a life lightly. But you also can't blame the kid entirely for being curious. Like, it's that's why I said it's a gray area, and like, it's like lack of empathy could also play a part in it, which is not something that somebody's in control of. They just kind of are or are not empathetic. Oh shit. Like, if they're not capable of empathy or have an issue with being capable of empathy, that's not their fault. Typically, like in those cases, they're just born like that. And it's not really anything they can do about that. They have to learn how to live despite it. And if they're not getting, you know, the education to live that way despite their lack of empathy, then that's where the issue lies. And that's how things like that happen and develop.
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
In this case, though, Mariana, they did specifically point out that he did it out of curiosity. Just saying. In this case, it was out of curiosity and not out of malice. Which is why I'm like, it could be a lack of empathy. It's not necessarily trauma or anything like that in this case. The rest of it, like, like after the fact, yo, definitely. But like, as of what we know from what Lenny just told us, he did it out of curiosity because nobody told him otherwise. So, you know, that's kind of the family's fault at that point.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
As you spend time talking about popular culture, the atmosphere becomes more and more
After this mission
relaxed.
is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
They have hair dye?
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others?
Yeah.
Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
Yeah, normal's in
I heard
quotes.
that.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Odd. It always has to do with intention also. That's why I'm saying it's not very clear cut because the act itself is despicable and evil, but the child themselves may not have understood that to begin with. It's more or less, you gotta not see everything as black and white and good and evil, and you have to understand like obviously the nuances of life and existence. Obviously the kid needs to be punished for what they've done because, you know, that's not something you do. And that's a very, you know, extreme thing. You know, and taking a life is inherently evil. You know, you can't like not take a life, like you can't take that lightly. I mean, he deserves a little bit of sympathy only due to age. Otherwise, no, not really. I mean, at that point, like, if he was older, I would say, yeah, no, fuck it. But like, considering how young he looks here, he had to be way younger when that occurred, which means that he needed a real parent or a real person to step in and be like, what the fuck? We don't do that. And, you know, you are going to be punished for what you've done, but let us learn from this experience. Not that it's experience to take lightly. Not that it's something to take lightly in any circumstance, especially not real life circumstances. But the first time should have been the only time. Let me tell you that. The first time should have been the only time. And at that point, the parents should have done something. Because it's just as much on them for the people who did nothing as it is the person who did something. It's like there's almost never a situation where only one person is guilty in these kind of situations. I'm gonna say, like, from personal experience, kids sometimes don't understand what they're doing. And it wasn't me, but it was somebody in my family like, as a child, accidentally killed a hamster. So that's why I'm like, you know, it kind of needs to be dealt with differently than if the person was an adult, and definitely differently if somebody, like, as somebody who is even an older child who understands what they're doing. That's that's kind of the thing. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna uh, I'm not gonna only blame the child for something that could have been prevented if, you know, they had real fucking adults in their life. Just saying. Anyway, this quest is a little darker than I originally expected. Yeah, there was that too. Kids don't understand mortality as children. Like, essentially, in terms of the fact that he fell into the abyss, there's nobody to blame. It was an accident. The trauma that ensued is due to monsters and having to fight for his survival. And then, at that point, when he became too violent for his parents to deal with, they shipped him off as an attempt, like, into the Fatui, essentially, to kind of, like, teach him some discipline. And, like, all in all, that was it all in an attempt to do it in the correct way. Basically, like, sending your kid to military school. You know? But that doesn't mean it was the right way. It doesn't mean it was the correct way to deal with it. But, you know... Yeah. Like I said, just because they think it was the right thing to do doesn't mean it was. They literally were just like, it's not my problem anymore. I'm going to throw my kid at the military. Or the Fatui in this case. Because I don't know how to deal with it. And, like, it's also, like, valid that the parents don't know how to deal with it, but also, that wasn't the right move. I'm just saying, it's not the right move. It's what they thought was right. And that's why what happened to the child, though partially is due to just abyss monsters, it also is partially due to his parents who threw him into an environment that basically ended up feeding into that violent nature rather than helping him with it and helping him learn, like, hey, you don't need to fight for survival anymore. You're safe. Basically, we're like, oh damn, this kid's got the stuff. Let's throw him into more violence. Like, seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
You seem a little sad, Lenny.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for now.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all.
Yeah.
Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to 100% blame the parents, but they did have a role in him becoming more violent. So there is some fault there, but it's like, it's still kind of hard to be like, this is all your fault, because it really wasn't. It's a combination of him being forced to fight for survival for so long and then not getting the right help because they didn't understand what the right help was. And then the Fatui made it worse. Actually, did they have anything else to say?
Looks like there's more trouble in store next month, too. When will it end?
Hey, just focus on the positives. At least our time in Poisson has been pretty relaxing. Don't you think?
I mean, at least he's positive about it. I guess, like, you're also dealing with the fact that, like, Tevat is kind of like Victorian era. They still didn't have proper mental care, like, mental health care until, like, recently. So, like, I imagine in this, like, fictional version, it's still about the same. They don't actually have proper mental health care, and so things just end up getting worse rather than getting better.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
Yeah. No, I took both in high school and then in college, like, entire, like, psychology, like, intro to psychology course. Because I was horribly fascinated with it. I still am. I'm still fascinated with how the human mind works and how it's broken. They certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out. Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you doing here?
Yeah, where'd he come from?
Well...
Where'd he come from? Are you even eavesdropping?
Hey, nice to see you again!
Are you eavesdropping?
Oh, you too. I heard you
Yeah.
here as guests.
He wanted to come see us. He's so cute.
Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Ooh.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon is drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
I like how he's not
Wait
asked.
a minute.
Yeah.
What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come meet with us.
I was about to
So
say.
what's this all about?
Who is he?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion
Fremine.
as I get hungry at
Why
night.
are you lying to Linny?
Because I'm growing, you know? And
Why are you lying to your brother?
Fremine.
We also know you're lying,
You
by the
remember
way.
what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Yeah, they suck.
Tell me what's going on.
Sorry.
Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
yes. Just follow me.
Oh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is it? What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? It's always concerning when the sweet baby child is, like, afraid to say something. Figure out what Fremine's hiding. Okay, well, where? Unless up here? No, it's out of the range. Ah! Oh no. What are you hiding? Unless it's over here. Ah, down there. Wait! Is that the ghost child?
You're back. Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this
Oh
time.
dear.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Lenny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Lenny?
No, but I know where.
Not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
I'm gonna be real with you. If you didn't see the animated short about Arlecchino, then you have no idea who this girl is. I watched it though, so I do. This is the ghost child. How do I know this is the ghost child? This is the girl that they implied bit the bullet and is DED now. But even if that is not the case, this is the young girl who grew up with Arlecchino when she was a kid. But I'm pretty sure, considering what we saw on screen, she's kind of gone. Just saying. It is her. It's her. It's the ghost child.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No.
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month now.
What?
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I
Like your
haven't thought
sister?
that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to.
I have a
put
feeling
Clairvy in
Lynette is gonna
danger.
show up out of
Come with
nowhere.
me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Yeah.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. That just how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
Because he wants you to
know,
trust him.
When we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone.
These poor babies.
Not if I can help it.
I love them.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Lenny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
No, I think they're fine. No, let them have their moment, Paimon.
It's raining. I should put my clothes away.
What do you mean it's raining? What do you mean it's raining? We're underground. What do you mean it's raining?
Looks like she's not here either.
I think she's...
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything.
They're not fighting.
Oh,
I
wait a minute,
promise.
Fremine, you're not crying, are you? Is everything all right?
They're fine.
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you.
Nah, you're stuck with us.
I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Me too.
Aw. Those are my boys.
Back to the matter at hand, then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared.
Because she's a literal ghost.
She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
She's a literal ghost from an
I
A.
don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here.
I guess they understand that she's a literal ghost.
I
Okay.
remember hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they die, they'll let go of whatever is keeping them here and return to the ley lines.
I
it's
vaguely
just
remember that.
Hunt doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
Pinky promise?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3.
Fist bump seal? Not pinky promise?
2,
Hello?
3.
What?
I swear.
There it is. There's the Lynette jump scare, guys. He literally got scared. They both literally got scared. You scared me. She didn't scare me. That was kind of funny.
But what a surprise. What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
So cute.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
Yeah, what?
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Whoa. Whoa, what are you trying to do? What are you pinning on me? Hello?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
Lynette's seen her
I heard
too.
you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Wow.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
Of course not. She's your sister.
I guess we're all in this together then.
No holes barred.
After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
All right. The child who doesn't exist. Wow. What a title. She's eating lasagna.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit. She can't actually eat.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Possibly.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Wait, does that mean the knave...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Oh.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
Oh no.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
Yes? What's your wish? He's asking. She's thinking.
To go outside, where the sun can find me.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
I think it's more complicated than that.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
Yeah, we're kind of here too.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Well, we are outside forces, you know.
Since Father considers you to be guests,
Excuse me.
maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract you.
How should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Well, be careful. I mean, I'd be willing to fight. I would be willing to fight Arlecchino for you. You kids are precious. I love you. You good
too.
kids.
Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Okie dokie.
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Go to the seaside and look for the knave.
Clairvy, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
Boop. I forgot I didn't finish my dailies. For the kids, I will hand the divorce. I will hand the divorce papers.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Damn, she kind of scurry sometimes. I like that the the hydro slimes and the hydro eidolons are kind of like besties. I've seen these two before. Oh my god, no! Why'd you see me?
This
This is order.
I was just gonna let you vibe, and then you decided you wanted to, you know, violence. You wanted violence. As you can see, Raiden's doing most of the damage here.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh wow, they didn't actually get rid of it.
The doctor will see.
Takes 2. Alright. That's a lot. And her health bar isn't even full, like, isn't even max yet because not all the things are... There he is! There's the boy! Hold on. Hold on. Here he is! He's alive! I mean, I know he's alive, but...
It's the knave and child.
His child!
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Yeah, you seem to be looking a little
I was
rough.
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on
What
my
do
own.
you mean?
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
You still want to fight
It has to do with
Chlorend?
Skirk,
Oh.
my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she'd already left.
Of course you did.
I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so have you found any clues?
No. Probably not.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
I mean, she's from, like,
Basically,
the
unless
Abyss.
Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then
I think you need to go lie down.
I think she should focus on getting better.
Yeah.
the worst of it is over.
Are you sure?
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
She's probably not gonna help you.
Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
She really doesn't mean that.
One I could do without, I'd say.
They both agree on this. That's
Is it this
fantastic.
one, or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash talking their colleagues behind their backs? Abso-fucking-lutely!
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
We wanted to learn more about you.
Right. We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Paimon, you're so
Is
suspicious.
that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
This literally is like when I'm like Mariana, just act casual. And then immediately gives herself away by being the most suspicious fucking person ever. What is wrong with you guys? Relax. The whole point is to not be caught, and you're gonna get your ass caught in fucking 4K. Mariana, Paimon, shake hands. Can't act casual for shit. It's okay. We still love you. You're still adorable. You just can't act normal or act casual when you're trying to hide something. I'm sorry.
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Paimon. If the knave leaves right now, I'm sure she'll run into Linny and Clairvy. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. About the House of the Hearth. What does your organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Look at him. He cares so much. He cares so much. This is why we love Child, okay? This is why we love Child Ajax Tartaglia, okay? He's a good man. He's just got some trauma. He needs therapy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard. Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Of course. Also, it looks like she has bags under her eyes. Actually. The knave betrayed the House of the Hearth. So does that mean what Clairvy said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like test subjects?
Oh, wait. Did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Huh. Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue.
Oh, they're so shocked. I mean,
Although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontainian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontainian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
I mean,
The
she's right.
primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Damn, she's just like me for real.
While I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar. and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine, Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
That face! This conversation shifts to the topic of Tonya and if the type of conversation would usually be falling asleep, would you find yourself grateful child just buying you more time?
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
That is so funny. She's like, haha, wait until your siblings are fucking teenagers, alright? Alright, then you'll fucking know. You'll fucking know what I have to go through. Excuse me. Every day with these fucking kids. He was so terrified. He's like, no, not my precious younger siblings. No. It's gonna be a lot longer before Tusser gets that old, I think. Considering his model, he's probably like, I don't know, I'd say like 6 or 7. I don't know how, we haven't seen Tonya yet, but I have a feeling she's like around 10, 11, just from the way that he talks about her. She's getting to that age. She's a preteen. Oh, it's gonna be awful for him when she becomes a teenager and doesn't deal with his shit anymore.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
Yeah, real.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
Get better, child. I want to see you again.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see.
Oh, Paimon. No,
I'm rather
Paimon.
enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
I think she does because
I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Paimon doesn't know the meaning of don't act suspicious. Let's just go down here. She has no concept of don't ask suspicious. She literally is the definition of suspicious, that whole conversation. The knave obviously knows. Arlecchino is gonna come and be like, yeah, gotcha. I knew you're up to some fishy shit. And I'm not talking about fishing. If you catch my drift.
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean? Like a vampire?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on non-corporeal beings.
Oh, true.
Yeah, she's kind of a
Pretty much
ghost.
tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
What
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambert, Horaire.
Huh. Huh.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
It's just a scar.
I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Damn.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
That's what Clairvy was talking about. Solemn atmosphere sent over the group as you look through
Her name's
something.
not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
What do you mean by that?
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
Yeah.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And how deep it runs.
Yeah.
She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
They felt like they had to.
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking
Yeah.
for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Probably.
Whoa, hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Ooh.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
It's the Fatui Paimon.
It's just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big, but given how little Lenny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye out during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
They're looking for an
External
excuse.
pressure has a way of
Yeah.
exacerbating internal strife. We can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
Yep.
I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Alright.
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Damn. Rest at the temporary accommodations. Damn, this is getting complicated. With your minds racing and all sorts of thoughts.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all.
I was gonna say, they probably cannot sleep at this point. There's a lot going on.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I would have to no matter what. You can't fight. You're too little. I'm also afraid of her. You can just hide behind me.
Trust is ever, Traveler.
Oh, there's Clairvy. What is she doing?
Look over there.
Clairvy? What's she doing over there?
Let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
Yeah, that's not good. Follow Clairvy. I guess she's like, la 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 la, I don't need to sleep. I'm a spirit. Ooh.
Over there.
I wonder where she's going. Probably outside. Now that it's nighttime. There's no sun to keep her.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
I know exactly where she's going. See? Could have guessed it. Could have guessed it even if I didn't know where we were going. Oh wait, hold on. I used too much stamina. Here we go.
Oh, look! She stopped!
I wonder what she's doing. Like what she's looking for. She's looking at the moon.
Clearly!
Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Window? There's nothing there. Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
She's reliving
Help us
a
get
moment.
on the same page here, Clearly. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
Oh god.
You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Harry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
It's not the knave we know that she's talking about.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
I'm not sure either. I mean, I am sure actually.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
After some time, Claire V seems to come back to herself. Oh.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
She's a ghost. She's going through the paces of what happened when she was alive. The night passes.
Alright, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that,
Oh? What is it?
have the knave and the doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
The most evil of the fucking Fatui, believe it or
It's
not.
possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete
course.
records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to.
Yeah.
I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the
All of
Hearth
us
has
did.
its
All
own
of them did the same
principles.
thing.
There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Yeah. She not saying shit to us. But let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
Alright.
Alright, let's get to it.
Break. Team break. Let's go. Let's see what they have to say first.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Okay. Look for the knave outside. I know, it's so much easier just to go all the way up there. I don't want to. I'm gonna fly there. I'm lazy, okay? Leave me alone. That's how I do. That's how we do. Lazy. I don't know why, like, climbing all that just seems so much more arduous than doing this. Oh, this must be the grave of that guy that Lenny and Lynette learned magic from. Okay. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I have no choice. I have to pee. If you guys could give me a second, I will return.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
I'm back from peeing. Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me? Well, regardless, we're back. We're gonna talk to the knave now. Oh, she is still there. Chilling. Did you even sleep? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? I wonder why you have bags under your eyes.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little bit.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting
Yeah,
me?
she knows. Damn it. She's too smart for us.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you know everything then.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Marmonia.
Oh. Okay.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
What should we do?
We're gonna have to go with her.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just
Oh
now.
yeah, she sure was. We should release the pigeon that Lenny gave us.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Marmonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other options. Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lenny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Yep. Let's protect the kids. Yeah. Let's protect our friends. I don't know what happened, but then again, I didn't take my allergy medicine today. On 4G. Actually, before we do that, let's go turn in our dailies with Catherine. Oop. Broke that piece of plastic. I wanted to crinkle it. And it just pop, broke. On 4G. On 4G. Game. Game, please load. My internet has been a little poopy today, so I'm not surprised this is what's happening.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Thank you.
Ad Astra.
Alright. Alright, now let us go to Palais Marmonia. Oh, it's all the way over there. You know what I'm doing. Lol. Teleport it is. I ain't walking all the way there. What do you think I am?
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm
Yeah.
glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
I'm sure she
Any
does.
organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Is there really no other way to solve the issue?
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filion and Toy and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
That's how secret organizations work, though.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
That's the deal, then. We'll hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
When she
Well,
took off
I'm
before
afraid
you.
that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Kind of scared, but alright. She's very scary. I don't know, I'm too intimidated to really say anything. She's a very intimidating lady. She can kick my butt, and she will. And I'm scared of that. It won't even be hard. She'll literally just lift her foot and kick me, and that's it. I'm down for the count. We're done. I'm weak. I'm too weak. I'm too weak to deal with her. I can't take her. Definitely not in a fight. Oh.
Transfixed.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Follow the name to complete negotiations. Nuvilet, save me! This lady, she's scary. Grandpa, save me. I am begging. Save me.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neverlet. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neverlet.
I guess we're taking a seat.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Nervalet. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Kind of. She's trying to say that maybe some of the kids are better off doing something else, which she's aware of. But if everybody's supposed to lose their lives because that's the Fatui rules, I'm really confused as to where this is going.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
I wonder if her plan is to return the House of the Hearth to Fontaine as like an orphanage, like an actual orphanage, not a Fatui orphanage. That would be within her character to do, I think. And she would take some of the older kids perhaps with her to Snezhnaya. I think that's the idea. I could be wrong. This game has proved me wrong before. Excuse me. It stands the potential to prove me wrong again.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Sure do, buddy. The knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we're talking in front of Palimormonia, she mentioned Clairvy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was the entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lindy and the others are going to act. Wait a minute, did that guy have a scar?
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
Wait.
I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
I also wasn't paying attention. I knew it! She's not gonna hurt
Let me
those
make it up to
kids.
you at least.
I knew it!
Take this paper. On the house.
He kind of looks familiar for some reason. That's why they showed us the pictures.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway.
He's right.
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day.
Does he not remember?
I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married
Huh.
soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Looks like Paimon's trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Linny and the others will have made any progress. What should we do?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
I don't know who Asta is. Sorry, Asta.
That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
Yeah?
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
Nah, probably not.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
What can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Alright, your conditions. Let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
Oh, we accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Because she does care about those kids. I know she does. You can't tell me that father does not care about her kids. Follow the names to the nameless ruin. Wow, okay, hold on. Is that where I fought Vivienne? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's where I fought Vivienne of the Lake. Okay, that's right. There's no aqua bus here because the thing's broken. Well. What a nice little stroll. Also, I'm afraid there's going to be a fight. So I'm going to switch her to my man Nubilet. Where is he? There he is.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Alright. We just can't stand idle because then he'll start talking my ear off again. Now let's be real. He's my real favorite. Look at him, he's beautiful. He's just not a fighter, he's a healer. I swear to you, this is where I fought Vivienne, and that's why that pin is there. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise, why would I have that pin there? Give me this.
Gather.
Thanks, Zhongli. You're the best rock grandpa out there. He's currently the only rock grandpa out there, but listen. That doesn't diminish his title of the best. He could also be the worst rock grandpa out there and be the only rock grandpa. Just saying. Just saying, okay?
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
I mean, I know why.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Yeah.
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
Those
They
are the
would be
kids.
handed over to
Yeah.
the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened.
Nope. Nope. That's the whole
Despite
point.
being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruware.
Or Perry.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Yep.
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit.
Aw.
Peruware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Baby.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruware would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruware weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruware. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruware end her life.
Why is every single one of these
From
gotta
that
be
moment
sad?
on, Peruware's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was.
Killing the person at the very top.
Who, Sabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This was your story just as much as it was Clairvy's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clairvy we met, though, who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
Because you knew her so well.
Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
She's stuck in her past.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Probably not.
So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend. At least talk to her first.
She probably doesn't want to. I would imagine it's very
It's too late for
painful.
that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh boy.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
Clarvy.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clarvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
I was right to change my team.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Uh-oh.
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants: Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, "If only Father wasn't the one who took us in." Sato added, "I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person." Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clarvy. You were using all those things Clarvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Little. You just want me gone, don't
Oh,
you?
Jesus.
What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
Oh, boy.
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's
It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month?
I mean, is that really that unbelievable
Now that I
at
think
this
about
point?
The move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences.
I mean, at least he
I'm
understands.
sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father.
Why is father in quotes still? That's what I want to know. We understand.
Accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
These are such good kids.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Ooh.
Our weapons?
Father,
She's for
are
real.
you referring to a duel?
Oh, she's for
Precisely.
real.
The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
Well, we're really in the sauce now, Linny. What are we gonna do? He's gonna do it anyway, because he's a good boy. I know him.
Did you hear that, Traveler?
Mm-hmm.
Lenny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
I think he is. Is executing them really what she wants? I don't think so.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my question. Yeah. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I'd like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
That shaking of the screen actually was kind of making me a little sick. Oh boy. Not good. But hey, look at that. I'm gonna fight the knave. Oh, this is insane. This always is. But...
Gather!
I mean, I'll be honest.
Rising flames.
Now's our chance.
Lol.
Now that's more like it.
Solidified!
Shine down. Inazuma
Bro,
shines
where's she?
eternal.
She moved. Oh, no, she's there.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
With the fall
Stabilize.
of darkness, destruction.
I don't know
shall
why
rise.
I thought the shield was gone. Clearing after clearing Bond of Life, your next charge attack will be... I missed reading that again.
Pill to swallow.
Because I was gonna say, I did do this in the quick access. Oh my god.
Trapped like a bunch of helpless
Settle
ants.
down. Remember.
I did quick access this,
Order guide.
so I did do this fight before. I still haven't been able to read that.
Movements.
Yeah. She's fast as fuck. What? This would be way harder if I didn't have Zhongli, I'm gonna tell you that. Because of how fast she moves? Nah, son.
This is order.
Spare your energy. Running is a little use.
Hang in there.
It's fine, I got a Zhongli shield. This is part of the reason why I stopped using Zhongli is exactly this. Because it makes it too easy at this point.
Is it my turn now?
Bow your head. Quake!
If I really have to draw the blade, then...
Solidify!
Not bad.
The same mistakes?
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. With these rising flames.
And voila! Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Oh man. That animation is so cool. She literally turned into a supervillain. Oh my god. Oh, shoes though. Cinder of two worlds' flames.
Seared
Oh!
away. My blade is all that remains. Illusion shattered.
Silence.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
I'm trying. Oh. Cute.
Shine down.
The tides beckon.
Mind the side effect.
I will have order.
Now's our chance!
Over
Oh,
here.
where'd she go?
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Struggling thing.
Settle down.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
The fact that they keep like repeating the same thing is actually slightly annoying. I'm gonna be real. Oh god.
Silence.
Suntown is only the beginning.
If you're thirsty for blood, ... I gotta see what those achievements were. Oh. Oh my god. Look at her doing hot girl shit. Oh my god, Fromine is a strong boy.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Father!
Holy crap.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
I mean, by comparison, 4 kids is not gonna do very much against the 4th of the Fatui Harbingers. Come on, Traveler. Come on, Traveler. We've fought literal gods before. Come on.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
What does that mean for us, then? What does that mean? What is that? What?
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you alright?
Linny. Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned.
Oh, so he didn't recognize
If you
her.
can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the Palais Marmonia, he must have been given the same horror we saw on the list. He must have been the same horror we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The horror that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Kind of, yeah.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar, take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Now back to the issue at hand, I suppose.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's that speechless.
If that really is Clairvy's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope.
You have her now. Congrats. Now you too can call her father. This is the sexiest moment of my life. What? Excuse me? When did you write that? Oh my fucking god. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. I mean, you're right. That was pretty hot of her.
You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over over the place. We got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Talk about the land of Animo, the nation of freedom.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
She's adorable. Talk about Geo and the nation of contracts.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
You sure could. Talk about the land of Electro, nation of eternity.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
I mean, he's not scary, but...
You're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Yeah, they're funny. It's a funny guy. Talk about the land of Dendro, nation of wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class.
If you didn't get caught, yeah,
That
sure.
had nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
You tell Clairvy about all the various nations you visited. Eventually, the conversation returns to
The
Fontaine.
situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
I became an ace lawyer.
We were able to turn the situation around super quick. All thanks to Detective Paimon.
She still has the glasses.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Clairvy is listening really intently to Paimon's story about our time at Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax. But I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we've told her and go back to being that scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice the sun has risen. Yeah. I noticed, but you didn't, Traveler.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Yeah.
Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallare. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
Lenny came back.
It's Linny! Hey, Linny!
I like how the text is incorrect.
What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Yes, I am tearing up. No, you don't get to see it. Leave me alone. Oh my god, that hurt. That hurt me in the right spot. You know, my heart.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
What you just did today, Lenny. Are you for
You're
real?
brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Wait until 2 days later. Yeah, give me that. Make me sad. Make me tear up, and then make me go to the menu. You know, the time menu, and like watch Paimon, and like, you know, fast forward 2 days because, you know, we're just quirky like that, I guess. Oh my god. Okay, let me look at these. The same mistakes. Ranged combat is advantageous to us. Huh? Well, considering I didn't really use anybody ranged except for Nuvilet, it's kind of funny. I mean, I guess I also did use Baiju, but that was for healing. If you're thirsty for blood, unleash 4 Scarlet Night Tides in a single battle against the Knave. Nice. That's because Baiju heal OP. Okay. But damn. Also, do you see what I mean? When I was like, man, using Zhongli makes that fight a non-issue. I know I brought this up to Travis the other day, where I was like, brother, that shit was not that good. Like, in terms of difficulty, it was too easy because I have a Zhongli shield. And I mean, that's fine, I guess, for story purposes. I'd rather it be easier in the story. But I almost wish it was a little bit harder. That's saying a lot, considering I fought Child before they nerfed him. And I was, like, fucking in tears, pissed at that.
Melusines are...
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Yeah, sure. Ugh. Ooh, my butt hurts. Been sitting for too long. My booty hurts.
What lovely weather. Which reminds me, we just received a batch of herbs.
Don't worry. Even if Chi-Chi forgot to dry out the herbs, Herbalist Gui will certainly remember to put them out in the sun.
Yes, you're right.
So cute. The fucking Boo Boo Pharmacy family, though, brother. Boo Boo Pharmacy family touches my heart. Makes it, it's so warm and fuzzy.
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There's no need to worry. I'm right as rain. There's no need to worry.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V gone?
Yeah.
Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight. Her wish has been fulfilled. I like that one. That one's more elegant.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
What? Is Fremenade just a spirit magnet?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clairvy.
He's been hiding that this whole fucking time?
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that. She saved you in the end.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together.
And she's fucking
But
right.
even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home.
People can't beat the boss in Star Rail with four damage dealers. Yeah. Nah. That's because they don't understand how a team works. I'm just saying. It's not like I'm asking for like Dark Souls level fucking difficulty. I'm barely even asking for like Ender Lily's level difficulty. It's just... It kind of felt lackluster. Considering she's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. I don't know. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, the animations, the outfits, everything, fucking fantastic. The battle, boring. Didn't like it, you know?
We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father's here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Damn. Wall Hearth. It gave me a Hearth. Or Hearth. A stately fireplace, most elegant and gorgeous, similar to the one in use in the House of the Hearth. It is said that some ancient legends hold the hearth to be the symbol of home, not only providing protection for children at night, but also providing a path to a new life. Though, even if the fire has gone out, the children have now grown strong enough to protect themselves. Wow. Okay, que sera, sera. I don't know if you guys can hear that because of the audio setting. Okay, NPC. Man. What a quest. No, I mean,
it's just some chronic problem.
It really
I have
is
flaring
about
up
balance.
again.
Like, you
Nothing
can't,
to worry about.
like, in any video game, you can't just have only damage dealers. It doesn't work like that. Like, you have to have the ability to defend and heal. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the game is challenged if you don't have Zhongli, I guess. Or you haven't worked on any of the ones that provide shields to any extent. Hold on. I mean, I love and appreciate you, Nubilet. But let's go back to the woman of the hour. Here she is.
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
It's the woman herself. The father of the House of the Hearth. The knave, Arlecchino! Woo! Well, that's what the song is playing too. Da 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 da. I also must say, like, considering that they don't really add too many new animations to, like, the standard models, they actually made a very good use of her idle animation in those couple of scenes. Excuse me, which was nice. In some cases, yeah. The thing is, so the other thing is, Zhongli's shield didn't used to be this good. It wasn't until I started to convert him to more HP based to get a better shield that it actually became really easy to play with him on my team. Because it also comes down to, like, how you build a character and using what they're made to do as the main thing that you're focusing on for their stats. Like, Zhongli is based on HP. So as soon as I started to grow his HP, which... See, he's at 33,000. his shield became a lot more reliable. It's the same thing with Baiju. The only reason why Baiju does so well is because his healing is HP based. And I have 45,000 HP on him. Specifically to make sure that I don't fucking die. Because on the Alhaitham team, there is no shield. And typically, Alhaitham ends up eating shit because he has no shield. It, like, makes it a little bit more challenging because I have to constantly watch Alhaitham. But, like, exchange any single one of those characters besides Baiju, like, for Zhongli. So, like, either Yai, Miko, or Yelan. And I don't have to worry about anything anymore. Like, that's kind of, like, that's kind of why it's a little bit of a trade-off. It's like, I know what I'm doing. So it makes, like, big fights like this actually super fucking easy. And I don't even have C6 characters. I don't have a single 5-star that's C6. This is all, like, the highest constellation I have is D-Luke at C4, and that's because I keep losing the 50-50 to him. Overall, this is an interesting quest to witness. I didn't expect your character to pan out like this. Me either. Kind of think they're trying to make the Seminole Fatui nuanced dudes. Yeah, I think I talked about this before. I mean, in private, not like on stream. But I feel like Dotoria, the puppet girl, or Columbina. So, I just had her name in my head. Oh fuck. Might be more ruthless than we know, and therefore won't be summonable. Interested to see where it goes from here. I mean, there also is the thing is, like, Rosaline is actually really new. Like, Rosalind, Senora is actually more nuanced than we see on the surface. Because apparently, I've been seeing this spoiler all over Twitter. Apparently in one of the Knave's voice lines, she talks about how Senora used to come by the House of the Hearth and play with the kids. So, like, and we also know that she was a Mondstadian that was, like, you know, a normal average individual. And the only reason why she became so bitter is that, you know, her lover was murdered, killed in war, and, like, she blamed, obviously, Barbados for not protecting her lover like he was supposed to because he's an Archon and, you know, all that fucking bullshit. But she's not summonable. They took her out. They took her fucking ass out. Like, it's so interesting. I do think that the majority of the Fatui, like, in terms of the Harbingers, may be more nuanced than we think. But there's, I mean, because also, like, you know, Scaramouche, now the Wanderer, was also given to us. So we've seen a huge part of him that we probably wouldn't have had he stayed an enemy. I think it's pretty cut and dry that Dottore is literally a piece of fucking garbage. Like, I don't think he's redeemable at all. And he shouldn't be. He should be a villain. Let these men be villains, okay? I think, like, they kind of downplay Regrader a lot. But I think he's also irredeemable to some extent. I think that he has become ruthless as a result of his upbringing, being so poor and everything and so bitter about people who had visions. I don't think they're going to make him playable. The Rooster, we know this. I forgot where we saw this, but we know that he's basically manipulating child and holding his family hostage. He definitely is a piece of shit. Yeah. So, we in the trailer where like the very first trailer, the chapters trailer, Dane Sliff said that Shesnaya was a land of a god who had no love left to give, and her people had no love for her, or something like that, something to that effect. I remember that. And though we don't have all the pieces to like tell you, like they haven't given us all the pieces to tell us exactly what the Fatui are fighting for, the majority of what I know the Fatui are like looking to do, it like each individual member obviously has their own like ideals and goals and like what they want to get out of this situation. Mostly power. Not really sure about Dotori over there. He scares me. I think he's an incredible villain. He's terrifying. He has no empathy at all. I feel like that's how he should be. I really expected the knave to be evil, like super evil. I mean, they did portray her like that, and Child was kind of like, she's fucking crazy. But I think now, like, from what we've seen, we understand that he sees her that way because of what the rooster told him. And, I mean, she's not evil, she's just drawn that way. If you get that reference, I swear to fuck. If you don't, I'm so sorry, I'm so old. I'm not bad, I was just drawn that way. What was I saying? I already forgot. I think, like, in particular, the Saritsa seems to be that her goal is to challenge Celestia's control. And to do that, they want the Gnosis. They think it's gonna open up whatever, like, pathway to, like, to Celestia or whatever. That's the kind of details that we've gotten. I'm starting to think that they may be attempting to resurrect the Descender whose remains those Gnosises are. Like, now, what was the Wanderer getting at? Okay, let's look at Wanderer's voice line about the knave. This is bullshit. I have looked through all of these. Okay, there it is.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. To exert a higher level of control over people, she puts on a graceful and cordial front. Most of those who have seen her true crazy self have gone poof.
I think that's interesting. But I also think that's from the perspective of him knowing where she came from and what happened with her to some extent. Because if you watch the animated short about Arlecchino's past as Perry, you know that Scaramouche was there when she became the knave. So that means he knows that she killed the previous knave. They're also like in the animated short, and she even briefly mentioned it herself, talked about her having something like a curse. There's also a tweet that was tweeted by Genshin officially about something about her and a connection to Conria, which I didn't get to look at. Hold on. See if I can find it. Going on Twitter. Nobody gets to see my Twitter. Let's see. I saw it, and the reason I saw it is because our man Alejandro Saab retweeted it. That's how I saw it. Where is it? I'm gonna have to go look at his Twitter, aren't I? Okay, let me see. Let me see. It kept popping up on my feed all this morning. Now I can't find it. Here we go. Okay, the tweet says Arlecchino is confirmed to be from Conria. Man, deep diving on Genshin is fun. Cause seeing this confirmed, like, yeah. Now is she's a descender theory real? Eye emoji. Oh, okay, here it is. This I'm reading. Sorry, I'm reading the tweets. All right. Yeah, exactly what I thought because of her hands. Because those are her real hands. Those are not gloves. They are black with markings on them, which is fucking wild. But here's the Genshin tweet. In ancient Conria, there were some unwritten customs. Before being admitted into an orphanage, a child would be made to walk through a pitch-black fireplace, symbolizing traversing between two worlds. Guided by mere sparks of light, then she would be reborn. So that's a fucking nugget if I ever saw one. By their official Twitter. And I don't even have, like, I have her at friendship 1, so I can't even. I mean, I didn't go through these yet. But, like, I think she has to be, because I just got her, yeah. Hold on. I haven't listened to these. Oh. The only, as far as I got was this one, About Us Compromise. That's as far as I got into listening to these on my phone earlier. Let's see.
Flames course through my body like blood. This may be nothing but a figure of speech to some, but for me, it's the harsh reality of my existence.
Which is also kind of fucking nuts.
The aurora in Snezhnaya is quite beautiful. Certainly worth a visit. You wish to know more about me? Why, of course. Our relationship is one of mutual trust. There's little need to keep things hidden. I would only inquire as to whether you're truly prepared for what you might learn. Secrets can be sharper than a knife. Innocent curiosity can lead to dangerous places.
Which I think is also interesting. The other one that I saw is this one that she says in her idol.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Which they did kind of hint at with the traveler looking into her eyes, and then we're teleported to like this other this other place where like there's a crimson moon. Fucking whack. Wild.
In my free time, I enjoy observing insects in the forest. The dynamics between them are fascinating. The way they hunt for food, compete with each other, even cooperate. Those that seem formidable aren't always the ones that make it until the end, and a single error can prove fatal. I observe their struggle as they near death, and slowly commit the image of their suffering to memory, much like I do for those that fall by my own hand.
Okay, I understand why he thinks she's crazy. I mean, uh, you know, Aether's weak, okay? He's not built for power, he's built for defense. No, I'm not calling her Red Acheron. Eat my shoe.
The children often make use of words and phrases from popular vernacular that are only comprehensible among themselves, much like the code words we use during missions.
She's a boomer.
Of course, children often need their own space, and I fully understand that.
She's a boomer, guys. I can't keep up with these kids and their hip young slang these days. Girl, what are you, like 20? Seriously, how, like, that's the barbecue line. Oh, I'm so interested in the rest of these. Man, she got all the Fatui lines too. I eventually will get there. I think at like friendship level 6 you unlock all the voice lines. I am gonna give you I'm gonna give you shoe flavored Snickers. How do you feel about that? How do we feel? How do we feel about shoe flavored Snickers? Feel like that's what you get at this point. Being such a poopy. Being such a pain in my bahookie. Oh my god, that's so much. That's so much to read right now. Where's her? Okay. Where? Yes, here we go.
Step back. New strategy.
She's much nicer than, what's his face? Wanderer. I already forgot him. Huh. How come I didn't notice it was there? Huh. Yeah. Listen, even like so basically what I'm gonna have to do, and this is what I determined earlier based on what the descriptions of the new sets were, I'm gonna have to probably get her the new set that came out. And I will go to that domain right now so you can see what I'm talking about. There it is. So, shiny, this one. The fragment of Hermetic Whimsy. Because the 4-piece set is when the value of a bond of life increases or decreases, this character deals 18% increased damage for 6 seconds. Max up to 3 stacks. And you know what she does? She creates a bond of life on herself with her skill. I'm just saying, I think this was made for her. It was made for me. This hole was made for me. I'm going there. Anybody get my Junji Ito fucking reference? Nah, just me. I'm the only one who read that. Okay, that's cool. I actually read all of Uzumaki by Junji Ito. His stuff is incredibly terrifying. I love it. You want to see how she does with this? Because it's not bad, actually, with the addition of Raiden Shogun.
Solidify.
Laid bare.
It really is, you know, Raiden Shogun doing, like, majority of the damage, though. Which is funny.
This is where you fall. Overruled.
Gather. Seems like an emergency.
I really don't need to do that at this point, but... My skills still down. I think when I strike an enemy has been marked.
Transfixed.
No, there's something with the mark and I can't remember. Could I read her skills? Absolutely. Do you see me doing that right now? Absolutely not. I'm in the middle of fighting a boss here.
Everlasting as the moon.
I do like also that the moon imagery ties back to her past in the house of the Hearth when she was a child, and Clarevy, her bestie.
Side effect.
There it is. Okay, when I charge attack, that's what I needed to do. Oh, elemental mastery, and those are actually not bad substats. Let's go back here for a second. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, you saw when, like, I mean, it's still there, but like that, like, she creates that bond of life. And there's also a weapon that you can craft that I was using on Nuvillette until I got a different weapon. That it's the Fontaine catalyst that when you use your skill will create a bond of life on your character's health bar. So
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.
that already exists.
You'll like what you see.
Trying to see if I had enough for you. Nope. 3 more. I need 3. I need to do that one more time. And the other thing is, like, the thing I need for her weapon, right, to enhance it, isn't up until tomorrow. So I gotta do the, like, tomorrow I gotta grind for this cup. So I can finish leveling this stupid thing up. Though I probably won't have enough resources to do that because I use so many to get this up to level 50 already. So I probably don't have anything left. Which is sad. But I need to grind that cup for realsies. Oh my god, excuse me. I was doing another.
Children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
I did, like, cause there was another weapon I was leveling up, and I can't remember what it was that needed that cup, and that's why I don't have any. Oh yeah, I also haven't, the Skyward Harp. I still haven't touched this yet, but I did get it. You know what that means? I can make my Venti OP. Yep, I think it was this one, maybe? Because this is level 90, and I don't remember. No, wait. I did that a while ago. That wasn't that one. Was it you? Do you need cups? Yes, you do. Okay, so this is the one. Because I was going to put this one on her. But then I said, fuck it, we ball. I said, fuck it, we ball. And I got her weapon. I don't know, did I waste enough time? Is the boss back yet? Is it back yet? Ugh, is it back yet? It's back. It's back, boys. You know what that means? If this gives me 3, then I don't have to do this again.
This is order. Crumble.
Shine down. Overruled. Witness my rise.
Quake.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Gather.
I forgot with Baiju at C2, he every once in a while will shoot off a shot that does damage and heals even if he's not on the field. That's part of the reason why I was like, man, I can get him to C2. I saved for so long. I skipped so many banners for Baiju.
Illusion shattered.
Solidify.
Oh my god. Did you see that? Oh my god, do you see that? She's critting so high.
Laid bare. This is where you fall.
I will have order.
There is no escape. Transfixed.
Well, I was impressed. I have to do it one more time. Fuck you. Anyway, I was impressed. Where'd my incomplete Arlecchino build? Because I still need, like, right now I have the Gladiators 4-piece on her. And this piece that, like, I took it for attack percentage, but, like, that's all it does for me right now. Well, the reason why I'm tempted to, like, keep some of these is because, like, this is, like, the main stat crit damage. It's gonna take me so long to get any good artifacts. I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so sad. Artifact grinding is literally the fucking worst. Where was that dookie that I just got? Energy recharge main stat. Yep, here it is. Also kind of dookie. We are not, you know, rolling high here in the artifacts. They're always stupid. Awful. Awful substats. Man, those heals are so high. I don't understand. I don't understand how she walks in those. I can't even walk. I can't walk in anything over like an inch and a half, I think. I think that's the tallest one that I have. It's kind of bad. Like, it's kind of that tall. I do remember, I do have another pair of boots that has like 4-inch heels that I was going to wear for a cosplay, and then I never did that cosplay. So I still have those. Nope, not back yet. I still have those. That's right. I made those furnishings so I could claim them. I guess I should do that. I don't know. Nope, forgot about that guy.
Stabilize.
Every time, I feel like every time I pass him, I go, what if I run by real fast? He won't bother me, right? It's always a lie I tell myself. Every time.
Mind the side effects.
Gather.
Damn. But I look like a cool guy. I do this every time. Somehow, like, everything blends in together and I forget how to get out of here. Stuck. Okay. I'm not stuck.
The doctor will see you.
It's literally like he has to have, like, more HP to keep her alive because of her bond of life. It's like if I don't get through it in combat, I need to heal her like 3 times. Isn't the new area like really nice and really cool? I do very much enjoy this, these ruins. I really just am trying to wait for this boss to come back. I'll fight it one more time and we're gonna wrap because I am tired. I need to sleep because I have work tomorrow. I don't want what happened today to happen tomorrow. Which, if you missed that at the beginning of the stream, I was 2 hours late to work because I overslept. Like, the worst. It was the worst. It's like my worst nightmare. Can I tell you how many times I've had nightmares where, like, I was supposed to show up at work at one time and then I overslept by 5 hours. And then, like, I'd be like, oh my god, I missed my entire shift of work. What do I do? And then wake up and see that it was before my shift, like, before I was even supposed to get up to get ready for my shift. It's my worst nightmare come to life. I don't know what else to say.
Transfixed.
I need the pearls. Sorry, crabs. Sometimes you just need pearls. I forgot. I think it was Fremine who needed them. It is. Oh wait, oh shit. Oh shit, son. Look at that. Look at that. I had more than I thought I did. Where is Fremine? I think it was him that needed the pearls that I was struggling with because I had used them all in Neuvillette. It is him. Okay.
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Oh yeah, this is regular water. I forgot. Oh, wait, I didn't unlock that? Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me unlock that real quick. I mean, it's mostly because I hate the Wave Rider anyway. Mechanics are still not great. Fantastic idea. Not executed in a way that made it very user-friendly for me. Very ordinary branch. What? What? Are you talking about a bird? Yeah, this is. I'm in the middle of the unvoiced quest over here, but all these villagers are somehow possessed by spirits of the past, or like their minds are lost in the past. The way they explained it is that like the bad guy has their soul and now we have to get it back, and so that's why I assume they're possessed by spirits of the past. It's kind of whack. It's kind of, you know, very interesting. The story that they're telling in this island so far. Too bad it's unvoiced. I would play it, but then I wouldn't be able to speak for like a week. Is that above me somewhere? I feel like I did this the other day and I couldn't figure out where it was. I still can't figure out where it is. Oh wait! Oh my fucking god. How did I miss that? I'm blind. I'm just blind. I just sound freaking blind, I guess. Ugh. Alright. One more time. Moikai. Right, that's it in Japanese. Moikai. There we go. One more time.
This is order.
Illusion shattered. Witness my rise. Shine down.
Solidify.
Laid bare.
This is where you fall.
Now that I like briefly read that description on her ult, it makes a lot more sense.
Overruled.
Whoa! Okay.
Now extinguish.
Remember, health comes first.
The deck!
There is no escape.
A bitter pill to swallow.
How come she's not healing? Oh, hold on a minute. You can hit me in a second. Why is she not healing? She isn't healing at all. I broke her.
Shine down.
A bitter pill to swallow.
What did I do?
Seems like an emergency.
What did I do?
Inazuma shines eternal.
I will have order.
Now she healed? What the fuck? The hell is that about? Did you see that? I mean, there's no way you couldn't if you were watching. Anyway, final ascension. And then I'm also gonna make some condensed resin so that I have resin tomorrow when I go to do her weapon domain and get those little cups. Oh, your cups shall be mine, domain. I shall get all the cups to finish leveling up all the spears. You shall have no cups left when I am through with you. Your clubs. Clubs? What's a club? I don't know. Alright. I did use 150 resin. Thanks. Aw, thanks. Nice.
I've learned much from you during this time, and I trust the sentiment is mutual. In fact, I believe maintaining this cordial relationship might prove advantageous for us both. Who knows what thorny issues the future holds? I imagine there may yet be many an occasion for us to join hands.
Interesting. What? I'm finally at Amora. What is this dark day? How can I be Hanamura? Then again, I did fully level up like 4 different characters. And then also do their talents over the last couple of patches without actually farming for Mora. So I think it's just my fault. Here we go. Okay, hit it right again. Okay, that's it. Damn. Alright. Well, I'm broke. No more Mora for me. Spent 500,000 Mora. Then I got father to level 88. There we go. Now I'm the king of the boxes. All right, let me switch over here. Oh, it's not it. All right, let's do this. All right, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this character quest of Arlecchino, our father of the House of the Hearth. I hope you guys will join me on Thursday when we play Ender Magnolia, because we're gonna do that. We're gonna play Ender Magnolia this Thursday. And we're gonna end those magnolias. I really don't know anymore. My brain is sizzled because it's so late. Anyway, I really do hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I see you again. And if you know, if you're still awake out there, you know, sleep well when you do. And if you're sleeping already, well, I hope you're having good dreams. Remember, I almost forgot the sign off. Remember, this is a trash can, not a trash can community. And we can and will get more Mora, I guess. I'm broke. I can't do anything until I get more Mora. Sucks. And also, remember to keep it trashy and keep it classy. Because if it's garbage, well then it's just no good. No good. Da da la da. Go to sleep. Alright. Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye.